I'll give you a £5 to say I'm great. Sponsorship. My joke was wasted.
Let's try this again. Welcome to VenturePoint D&D, where technical difficulties at the start of a stream are commonplace. You probably heard Ben's joke without my lead up. What I was saying is we have our returning guests, our returning regulars, Tom and Dylan, as Wildstorm and Xenophilius, and Ben, our guest, as Davion. And as we have no sponsors, I will be getting straight into our recap from last time. Having noticed that Xenophilius had not returned to the main party courtyard with the other envoys, Team 9 reassembled and made their way up to the mansion, close on the heels of a set of shadowy figures. As the party crept around the unconscious guard and entered the mansion, we cut across the dimension barrier to see Davion, an elf with apparent ties to Dahlia and the Nerys family, back in Etherfall. After a discussion relating to his current situation, he was pointed in the direction of Callahan Brighthead and told to go to the Aeronauts Guild to learn more about the new adventuring team he would be joining. Upon entering the office, just as Callahan left it, Davion found himself shifted somewhere different, a small, crystal-covered room which had Team 9 currently trapped and or finishing a deal with Arlecchino, the announcer from the party. After having Xenophilius freed from the trap he was in, it was explained that the party had traded their memories of the mansion for Xenophilius' freedom, and, in addition, they needed to unlock a specific room within the mansion to lure the shadowy figures in. We rejoin the group as they are exploring the mansion. Rooms seen but not explored, and riddles heard but not yet solved. As there are a couple of issues with the scene in OBS for the Roll20 screen, I'm afraid I won't be able to show that this time around. So it will all be theatre of the mind for you at home, I'm afraid. But I will quickly just pop Roll20 chat into the corner there so you can see any rolls that need to be made. Alright. So, where would you like to start? Remember that you're muted.
What a question that is. So, I'm going downstairs,
I believe you were heading downstairs, and I think the rest of them were following you as well.
Yeah, and I hadn't actually gone downstairs. So, as one would say, onward! I'm going to head downstairs.
Someday that's not going to be as funny.
What?
Someday it's not going to be as funny. That's all.
I hope not.
I'm going to put onwards on a t-shirt.
I don't think I even came up with it. I think I'm quoting someone.
Oh, probably. I've realised that I can move, as we're not showing the map on screen this time, which is a shame because we have a nice map for it. I can put my DM page on the other side. Right.
Pitch black for me.
Sorry?
It's completely pitch black for me, is that right?
Yes, because you don't have a token on the map yet. Let me just put you on there. Right, can you see anything there?
I can just see me.
Just see you, okay. That is because we don't have...
Well, see something.
We don't have Ben on there, who I believe had a torch.
I had a torch.
Oh, was it you that had the torch?
I had
I
a
had a
torch.
light spell
Everyone else
going.
could see.
Oh, Ben had the light spell as well, so... you know what? I'm going to do the sensible thing. Delete your tokens and copy them from the other page. Because then they'll have the correct stuff. There we go.
Oh, so is this just like a clock tower?
Nope.
Sort of.
This is the base room at the bottom of the stairs. Through the windows, I'm not sure if you can... Does it let you see through locked windows?
I saw a second ago.
Yeah,
and
but it doesn't let you see
moved it.
outside. Okay, interesting.
Dirty window. I want to unlock this window door.
Window door.
Oh, let's go find those.
Okay.
Was it the hastily scribbled notes? Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So lower floor, normal, I guess. Ow! Please don't bite me, Tosk. Middle floor, stay away from the water room. We killed the double. Trees falling forever. Can't jump out. Room done. Taboo word corridor trap. What opens the big door? Did we get the key from inside the dragon?
No, you didn't. That was the riddle that you'd heard but not solved. Which was I value beyond measure. I gleam when sun doth shine.
They mean one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, didn't we write it in it? What? No, we didn't. Okay. In which case, I say Xenophilis is going to go through this door, which isn't the window.
Yeah. All right. You should be able to open it by clicking it, I think.
I can, but I can't leave the room.
What?
Is that because it's not a door?
It should. Oh, for goodness sake! What was it doing?
The token says the door's open, but we can't step through.
Oh.
Which probably means I've done the stuff slightly wrong on the dynamic lighting.
We are just allowed to walk around, aren't we? We don't have to ask you to.
No, you don't have to ask me to. This floor you might have to ask me to because I think I accidentally put walls behind all the doors.
No, that's fine. I mean, like I don't need to wait.
Yeah. It's worth letting me know where you're planning to go before you start doing it, just in case, there's anything like traps or anything, so I can be aware of your movement.
Okay. Can I look at this Bourbon chair?
Bourbon chair?
The chair that has like a Bourbon as a cushion.
Oh, right. That one looks like a large throne with a plush carpeted seat.
Everyone, come in here! I found a throne! It's a very nice throne.
Just gonna keep Voss.
Through, please.
Sorry?
No, it's just that. No, never mind, I'm through.
Yeah.
You're on the wall.
Well, is there anything we can deter from this throne? Is this a king's throne? Is this a queen's throne? Is this a not a monarchy's throne?
Give me a... This would be a straight up intelligence check, I think. Check, not saving throw.
Ah. I don't know what's roll 20 done, but it's messed me up. I can't find my character sheet. Let me just...
Oh.
Yes. while I'm doing this, wait, just intelligence abilities.
Just the intelligence stat as your bonus, yeah. 18 is enough. So what you deduce about this throne is it appears to be the seat of importance in this mansion. You can't... the design of it is very elaborate. There's a lot of carving into the stone and what wood is there as well. That seem very in keeping with some of the designs you've seen around the mansion so far. Very, I want to say, I think I've said so far, all of the architecture has been very sort of Renaissance Venice. And this definitely matches up. And with the carpet leading up, you gather this is probably an audience hall.
See, I would say, as someone who has background with these types of chairs, he's going to go sit on this chair and see if he can see anything.
Okay.
Like, because you'll be in the position to be able to see anything, right? To any sort of traps or anything. He's gonna go sit on this chair.
All right. Yeah.
Wait, he's about to.
Okay.
Wait, what was I doing? Just an intelligence test. He was about to sit on it. I was waiting. I should check if there are any traps on this here chair.
That's very fitting for an 18 intelligence check from him. Does anyone want to investigate this throne for traps?
I guess I can... need to earn back all those points I lost last week. Not great.
No.
I do it as well.
You can make a separate check, yeah. If you wanted to help him, it would need to have been sent first, that's all.
I would have had to do it first.
If you wanted to help him, yes, to give him
I'm
advantage.
stood right next to the chair.
Do you want to give Xenophilius advantage on his investigation, or vice versa?
Well, I've just put an investigation roll in chat, so I can't really comment on
Not
that.
20.
I was going to say... Well, with a 24, since Xenophilius was looking to investigate it anyway...
Should I? I'm going to do it.
Okay, you did your own, which means that drops
I got a
him
4.
from a crit to a 20, because you rolled your own.
Does it actually make a difference?
Sorry?
Does it make a difference?
Yes. So you can either make your own check, or you can use your action to help someone, which gives them advantage on the roll. So it can be better in some situations, rather than making your own check, to go, you're good at this check, I'm going to help you by doing this.
Okay.
You know? Like, I imagine Xenophilius is potentially like prodding bits of it to test it.
Yeah, he sat on the side of it, like squatting over the chair. So he's basically trying his hardest not to sit down.
And Wildstorm, with that, because you rolled your own, in this case I'm going to drop it down to the 20, so it's not a crit. Wildstorm, you see that there are no traps on this chair. It is, in fact, remarkably devoid of traps. With that, I would say that Wildstorm twigs, this is probably the throne of the Archfey that this party was thrown for.
Does he say that?
Yes.
Then
I was about to say it, but then Tilly started falling to the sofa. You copy paste.
I want to plant my fairy booty
Okay.
on this.
Make me an Arcana check.
Oh, what? You said no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, there we go.
Xenophilius, you try to plant your butt onto the throne, and you are thrown across the room. You're not hurt, but you are warded from sitting on this chair.
Okay.
All right.
The old chair across the room routine, okay then?
Wildstorm, as that happens, you do see a little glyph glow underneath an edge of the cushion on the throne. But as this is not a trap so much, you didn't see it with the non-crit. Okay. This is just a protective ward rather than I'm going to get you if you do this. You know. Plus, it's an archfey. They're very powerful.
Yes.
So.
My butt will not share the space with another.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Are you okay, Xenophilius?
I've had a tumble before, but I'm all good.
Now the question is, do we follow the rugs, the mat, the carpet, and go through
Absolutely.
this door?
I've always learned that following a rug is a good way to success.
No.
I think Davion thinks
I was
otherwise.
going to say, Davion was heading straight towards this door over here.
Well, Xenophilius goes his own way, doesn't he? I don't know. Right, let's go this way, because I died. I haven't died. I could die.
Yeah. Let's move those over there. Cool. You are able to open the door with no issue.
Why did we check it for traps? Well, it doesn't matter. We opened it with no
You
issue.
opened it with no issue.
Let's just remind everyone that every door could be a trap. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Are we outside?
No. So
No.
you enter what looks like almost a windowed conservatory area, as it were, which is odd considering this should have something on top of it. And Wildstorm and Davion, from your angle, and now Xenophilius, you note that while there is a view of a fancy garden out from most of these windows, and you know, there is one window which is slightly brighter than the rest, and the garden it depicts is different, with a large stone obelisk carved with runes, looking up, sort of stood in the centre of what you can see.
What can I see out the windows?
Which ones? The ones to the sides?
Yeah.
It's a nice garden. You gather this is probably the surrounding garden that you weren't able to get into. So, oh no, you wouldn't know that.
I would not.
No. It's a nice garden, basically, but the types of plants and the tone of the grass is different out of most of these windows than this one big window with the obelisk.
It's locked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the geography of this house.
Xenophilius, I think, were you the first person to go over to the window? Or was that Wildstorm? I wasn't looking.
I think it was Davion.
I guess it would be me.
Okay, Davion. What you'd note as you approached the window, because you were the first one to approach past the fountain, you look at the obelisk, and in your head, you're filled with a bitter scent.
Can I look into the waters, see if there's anything weird about it? Or the
Just
obelisk itself, I guess.
clean flowing water within the fountain that's next to you. But beyond the window, the only thing that's weird is that this obelisk is stood there. and whenever you look at it, the smell reinvigorates.
I don't recognise it outside of it being bitter.
Make me a history check. I think with disadvantage, because this smell wouldn't have been common in the areas you've been to.
Nope.
No, with a 9, this isn't familiar to you. Wildstorm and
That'd be 6.
Xenophilius, do you look at the obelisk as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Wildstorm, you can give me a history check as well. See if you recognise this, because you have a chance. Yeah, okay. Wildstorm, you might not have had any of this yourself, but it's probably been drunk by a couple of people at places you've been drinking. Xenophilius, this is a very familiar smell.
Yeah.
It is the smell of coffee.
Oh, jeez, this is it. This is it. Oh, I want to go outside right now, fellas. Let's try and go on, Jimmy, open this here window.
But only when I'm looking at the obelisk?
It fades when you look away from the obelisk, yeah.
Wait, does it fade from me as well?
Yes, when you're looking away from the obelisk.
Okay. I feel like this would be a time where Xenophilius would test the waters and just sort of look at the thing and then away.
Yeah.
And we look at it again.
It would be very clear that when you're looking at the obelisk, the smell comes back, and when you look away, it fades again.
Right, so we are all smelling coffee, but only Xenophilius knows.
You're all smelling the same thing, at least you think you might be. You haven't actually discussed it yet.
Fellas! Is it getting... Sorry.
Fellas, is it going to smell coffee when you look at an obelisk? Wow.
Fellas, I get a weird, sultry, bitter, but sweet bean sensation when I'm looking upon this here obelisk. What is everyone else? Fucking hell. Sorry. What is everyone else? Oh, the voice is gone.
It's alright, it'll come back.
What is everyone else getting from this?
It sounds to me that I'm smelling the same thing. I couldn't tell you what it is, but it smells kind of familiar.
I don't know what different beans smell like. It's bitter, burnt.
Burnt? Where's his voice gone? We just
Seems
staring
the
at
obelisk is taking it from him.
The obelisk has stolen Xenophilius' voice, Little Mermaid style. No.
Hydrate.
So I think it's mostly because I got a cat just screaming at me throughout this whole thing. I can't concentrate. Oh, she's laughing.
Okay. Quick, play D&D.
She's back.
What do you think it means?
I'll be quite frank. I think it's just an obelisk that makes you smell of something nice. There's a house and a wall between us. There's not much we can really do with an obelisk. And quite frankly, does it help us leave this place?
No, I can't imagine so.
We've got another door to try over here, if nothing else.
And that's going to take us back into the main room.
Don't believe so. There was only one door,
Knock knock.
and that was to this. Nope.
Ooh, what are these? What are these? These three things.
They are chairs. The green things.
Ooh. No, not the green things. They're like the brown boxes.
Oh, they're like cabinets.
What's in the cabinet?
They're all locked.
Oh.
How breakable are these cabinets?
How do you want to try and break them?
No, I'm not interested. What's in them? What can I see? Or are they solid doors?
They're solid doors, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't know about breaking
No,
breaking them open.
these are not display pieces, no. So.
Are there any symbols on the cabinets?
Do you read Sylvan?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. No.
Oh. Cool.
Sorry, I have to mess with you a little bit.
Did you forget what I did?
No.
Oh.
I knew full well, I just wanted to mislead you a little bit.
Oh, we're in a different room now.
Yeah.
Wine on the floor. Wine on the floor? What heresy is this?
Quick, drink it, save it.
Wildstorm lapping it up.
How long does it look like it's been spilt here for? Does it start to dry, or is it...
Give me an investigation check for that, because you'll need to try and figure it out.
There's a
I've
lot of
rolled
wine.
single
Is that
digits all
wine?
day. I don't think I should be
This-
trusted with this.
There's
This will
always a
be the one.
chance. Yeah. There you go. With a 12, you'd probably say this is at least 20 minutes old. You'd probably say it's definitely, dried somewhat. Wine doesn't really coagulate, does it? So it...
Right word.
Yes, it is. It's a very descriptive word. But no,
Okay, I want to do an investigation check on Wildstorm's mouth / breath.
okay.
Do I have to say my
Sure.
reasoning?
I guess it
I
depends
know
if
I
I'm
am
going to let you or not.
in case I'm not being clear. If we're in some sort of time loop, and we have, for example, a notable alcoholic in
Oh, interesting. Make me an investigation check with advantage if you're trying to pass time by his breath.
I just more want to know if it was him that spilt it.
Ah, I see.
So am I still doing in investigation?
With advantage, yes.
I don't have an option for advantage.
Does it automatically?
Yeah. Just take the higher number.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we have it set to the 2 numbers. It's always the left-hand one if you're just rolling straight, or the higher if you're advantage, lower if you're disadvantage. Alright? Which is good, because that takes you off of a 1. With a 15, Wildstorm hasn't drunk this wine.
Awesome.
Hasn't.
How does my mouth taste like?
There is nothing that matches between the two, and more so than that, this is possibly the least alcoholic you've smelt Wildstorm's breath being. You'd probably say that Wildstorm hasn't drunk any alcohol in probably at least 2 hours. Given that you were at a party.
Oh.
Mm.
Also, a Wildstorm's a cat, right?
Yeah.
Probably stinks a bit like fish. Got cat breath in my face.
You chose to do it. Anyway, yeah, that's what you figure out with that check. Alright?
I say we've been here for at least 2 hours, friends. Let's make sure this is the final loop of this here time loop.
I've only
We
been
must
here
find
20
the
minutes.
incest corridor,
What?
the taboo corridor.
Okay.
Okay, I'm bored of this room.
I'm gonna try the
Yeah.
door.
You're going to try the door? Yep, opens without issue. Oh wait, no, not that one. Sorry, that one's locked.
So it is.
Didn't register which one you were at. There we go.
I've given you a token for me. You could use it.
Bump. Yes, I forgot.
Unacceptable.
I've had a lot of
recognize it
stuff
too.
to do.
Nah, no excuses.
I want to
A
check
single
this.
PNG is more important than whatever you had planned this week.
You'll probably never get a
Actually,
PNG.
more of these doors are open than I've actually marked. Give me a second.
What are these things on the sides?
What? Where?
Paintings.
Of what?
Good question. A lot of sunsets, I would say, but you're not. You, Xenophilius, I think, would be aware that these sunset landscapes are different areas in the Feywild.
Right.
So sunset is expected because the Feywild itself is eternally twilight.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something behind this here sofa, or is that just...
No, that is just the backboard of the sofa, essentially.
Where's everyone else?
They have just not come through with you. Give me a second.
No.
You gather from the looks of these are sort of audience chambers. Smaller ones, like waiting rooms, almost, before the main chamber.
Presumably you came through here the first time, before you headed upstairs.
I just realised we're probably coming across finding a corpse for ourselves. Or something.
Wildstorm, didn't you find a corpse in a room?
I found a corpse in a room of...
Which Xenophilius didn't share.
Oh.
I don't remember you sharing that detail.
I found a corpse of myself in one of the rooms. I didn't like it too much. So I closed the door and left.
I find... Is there a tell, Xenophilius? Is there a way to just tell when you're saying words and when you're meaning things?
Well, if you refer to the hasty scribbled notes we've been going from, you can see it says that they killed the double. So, there go evidence that I'm not going insane.
Going? Yes, that's what I was meaning.
I'm not insane. Now, we had a whole philosophical discussion about it, how it is... Oh wait, never mind.
You have to let me know if you want to walk through a door, by the way.
Could you take me to the right, please? Ah. Dreaded stairs once more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to leave Kaelin and Vossa physically in the main room, but they are following you guys around. All right.
Is this a hallway here? At the bottom? Or something?
What the door leads to?
Mm.
That's the main audience hall. You peek your head through in it.
There's no door there for us.
Oh.
But I want to know if
There
there's
should be.
flowers. If there's like a trail of flowers.
Leaves. It's a trail. It's a trail of leaves, but yes, it you saw it a little bit in the main audience hall. You would have done. You might not have previously, but you did.
I want to investigate this here door.
Okay, give me a second. But yes, that door leads onto a large hallway with windows out onto a courtyard. Of sorts, just sort of like patched dirt and things, with flower boxes around the edge.
Who's these statues?
They appear to be elven, but with longer ears than much like the figures on the top floor,
Okay.
they have elongated ears compared to regular elves. These ones seem to be bright and happy, and playing instruments or that sort of thing. Just general merriment statues,
Please,
I
could
say
you
we
move me
follow
back?
this here leaf trail. Did I interrupt something?
Drop something. What?
Did I interrupt someone? I said.
I think Tom was just asking to move through a door. Davion, what are you doing?
Could I be taken right, please?
You can.
Me too.
Davion and Wildstorm, you enter a small waiting room with what looks like a small darts board above the fireplace. So it's almost like a small games room.
There
And
seem to be a
Taylor
few
and
of
Hopper
those.
followed me.
No one has followed you, but the doors are open and you can hear shuffling from them moving into the other room.
But no, but I think Kayla and Vossa, because they're suspicious of me, I think.
They'd probably be coming with you, yeah. I'm just not going to move their tokens.
That's fine, because
Yeah.
I want to go in this room, which is almost definitely dangerous.
Okay.
The game that we found upstairs,
Mhm.
the board game. Someone had a look at it. Did they know if anyone won yet?
I think Wildstorm got the most out of that.
Yeah, you said the game had definitely been played. It wasn't in the setup, start and position, but never clarified whether the game had been completed or not.
Yeah, but you couldn't move the pieces.
Are there any darts in here?
May it be another investigation check. A lot of this is detective work you guys are doing. Xenophilius, as you enter the next corridor around this
Oh, you
courtyard,
can help me. Oh, no, you did it.
Vossa and Kaylin charge past me.
Vossa and Kaelin do not.
Yes, they do.
You see a large sphinx-like statue at the end of this corridor, covered in roots and vines and leaves and other various shrubbery.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm allowed to walk up this corridor and have a look at this.
Yeah. So with a 22 investigation, Davion, yes, you do actually find a couple of darts on one of the tables, sort of nudged underneath a little sort of decorative doily or something similar.
You any good at these sorts of games, Wildstorm?
Never really been one for throwing games, more card games, but
Don't need to do well. Just probably have a better chance of hitting it than I do.
I can
Let's
give
see
it
if
a
it has
go.
an effect at all.
Alright. Make me... What weapon proficiencies do you have, Wildstorm?
Is dart among
simple weapons, hand crossbow, heavy crossbow, glaive, whip, short sword.
Simple weapons. Dart is a simple weapon.
Okay.
So make me an attack roll using your dex and proficiency. Alright.
It's the best way to do that for you.
Do you have any other weapons that are already using your dex and proficiency? Because if so, use that, but...
Dex is...
Plus 3, did you say?
Yeah.
Cool. Proficiency, I want to say, is plus 2 at this level still?
I believe so. So
Yeah.
plus 5 if you wanna.
Just roll a d20.
D20 plus 5.
No, not that one. That one.
That is enough to hit. It's not a fantastic hit, but you do manage to hit the dartboard. And as you do, nothing happens.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, it just thuds into the board and sticks there.
Thank you for humouring me, Wildstorm. Shall we continue?
Sounds like an idea.
Could I be taken right, please?
Take me with you.
Xenophilius, what are you doing over there?
I want to look at the Sphinx.
You want to look at the Sphinx? Okay. What are you trying to get out of this?
Are the vines alive?
Make me a nature check.
Nature.
I might need to turn you up in Discord. Ooh. There we go.
Pretty good.
Difficult to say. You've seen dead vines that look you've seen dead plants that look more alive than this in places, and you've seen alive plants that look more dead than this in places. So,
Right, sorry. I mean, is it sentient?
you have no idea.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave them leaves there, and I'm gonna head to the left.
Cool. The door is locked.
The door's not visible. I can't see it. It's weird, actually.
That is
I can't
weird because it's like right here.
Yeah, I can see it. Like the shadow's broken. Like I can see there's something
Oh.
there, but
Weird.
can I do my little fairy thing?
No. Remember, you cannot change size here.
Yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're permanently under a foot tall while you're here.
Always forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
What can I see out of these windows? More of the garden, or?
Yes, more of the garden. Not the fancy one with the obelisk, but this sort of very well kept, manicured lawn, essentially.
May I head north, please?
You may. And you would see, just to pop you there, you would see Xenophilius down the corridor.
Okay.
Does anyone have a lock-picking kit?
Sort of.
You want to try and Jammy, open this here lock?
I mean, our host wouldn't be too appreciative of my methods of opening doors.
But our host has already put us in a perpetual time loop. I'm sure they can survive with one less door.
Can I take my fancy magic sword and hit the lock then?
Okay. You take your sword, it begins to glow, and you try and jam it. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's not the words you want to hear when you hit the door.
That is not enough.
Door killed him.
You go to whack this door with your sword. A big arcane sigil glows just before you hit it, and you are blasted backwards into the wall. Because you are not able to stand your ground. You take 5 bludgeoning damage.
I'm sure the doors are protected, but the throne just casually throws you across the room and does nothing. Nothing, I tell you.
I think he should try it again.
You
Second
recall.
time lucky.
You recall now. This area leads outside, and you were told by the person in the room when you arrived, Davion. The whole group was told, no one can leave this mansion or come back in. while you're still hunting for these shadow creatures?
I don't think we knew about the shadow creatures officially yet.
No, you did.
Oh, okay.
We knew about them. We weren't supposed to see the one that the map revealed, but
There was one in the church-like room that got blasted to bits by the altar as well.
good point.
I say we have exhausted. Wait a minute. I use firebolt on this wooden sphinx.
Okay,
I don't like this plan.
you cast Firebolt on this wooden sphinx. Can you read me the description of Firebolt, if possible, and let me know whether it catches items alight? I don't believe it does.
I don't like new roll 20.
Firebolt 5e. I will have a look as well. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. Okay.
Hey-oh.
You don't even have to make a check to hit because it's a big old sphinx. And it catches fire. And just begins to burn.
I don't think there was any reason to do that. Does this just burn then?
It continues to burn. Smoke begins to rise from this sphinx statue.
How, is the house flammable?
You don't know. The vines certainly are.
You might have just doomed us all.
Now, what's the arc of the Sphinx be, really? We'll be fine.
Well, let's get back upstairs. Onward! We've exhausted downstairs. There's nothing left here. Just dry leaves and fire. Dry leaves and fire.
I'm going to take a look at at certain characters' spells and see if there's something they have to put this out with. Because if they can, they would. I feel. I couldn't hear that.
I do.
Oh, you didn't say anything. Okay.
All I've got is guidance and blade boards.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got guidance.
You can guide the fire. Tell
What
it how
does
to.
mending do?
Mending would fix a break in an object that is about 1 foot across. It would not put out a fire.
Does the fire talk? Does it have a language? What does the witch bolt do? Did that undo it?
No, which bolt would not.
I don't think even if any of my tarot cards will help, and that's if I draw them.
Spells. Aha! Cool. I don't care if it's prepared or not. At this point, Vossa would cast Create or Destroy Water to create a rain patch that would put out the fire.
Did I almost kill everyone?
Well, Vossa and Kaelin would probably be like, Xanthilius, what the hell are you doing? And fix it if they can, so...
Okay.
I'm out of it before he kills us.
Uh-huh. Cool. Xenophilus, you were heading out of there as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that me who just did that?
What, the ping?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you click and hold, it will ping where your mouse is. So you can highlight things to other people. It appears in your selected colour in Roll20 as well.
Yay. Beige.
Mine's purple.
Yeah.
I'm getting the impression that everything we need to figure out is in the upper floors.
Yeah,
Seems that way.
I'm happy to take you through most of the rest of the rooms on this floor if you like. Most of the doors are open.
Okay, let's go through them.
Yeah.
Hey, split up!
in
We
this-
can cover more.
Sorry,
Run this way.
in this room there is a large wooden statue of what seems to be 4 figures facing away from each other. Vosser
Well, here
and
it is.
Kaelin would very specifically tell Xenophilius not to set it on fire.
Who are the figures?
They seem like this statue has been rescued from somewhere else. The features are too worn away. You could just about tell that they're humanoid. Alright. And yet again, you can't...
use your sword on this here locked door.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to take you guys through the rooms that you haven't seen. So I'm going to boop you about a little bit. Staircase over here. And then you reach the actual parlour.
Ooh.
Which has a lot of books on bookshelves, most of which, as you flick through them, you find you can't read. They are enchanted specifically. You do see on the table there is a pack of cards that was halfway through a game of some kind. Or a reading. Or a reading, because Wildstorm, you would probably recognise this as a form of tarot deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me just zoom in a little bit so I can read my notes. Move Davion.
Can I come over and look at them and notice that, and check if they're the Empress, the Worker with the Hat, the Sun, Death and Justice?
They are indeed. The hardy worker with the straw hat is the card Fortitude. Alright. The Empress is a regal lady with a crown. The Sun is a maiden harvesting flowers with a flower crown. Death, a hooded figure with a scythe. And Justice, a helmeted warrior with a sword. I'm more than happy to repeat that out for you if you need me to. Alright.
Can I have like 2 minutes? I just need to go shut the cat up.
Oh yeah.
While you all do some thinking.
Yeah.
Do I get anything more from this with my background and stuff, knowledge?
No, I don't think you would. This is not a set of cards that you recognise. You can recognise it's a tarot style deck from the artwork and the named cards as opposed to numbered. But you wouldn't be able to make a reading with this deck, nor understand what it might be reading. Alright?
Yep.
Cool. Yes, so you got the Empress, regal lady with a crown on, Fortitude, a hardy worker with a straw hat. Sorry, Davion, you keep standing where my notes are. Sun, maiden harvesting flowers with a flower crown. Death, a hooded figure with a scythe. And Justice, a helmeted warrior with a sword. Alright.
The way it's laid out, does it look like another game, or does it look like a reading? Like 4 seats, is it?
Make me an intelligence check, and I'd like everyone to tell me what their passive perceptions are.
14.
15.
That was a save, not a check.
I don't have anything in intelligence.
Oh, fair enough. So what, remove the 3 then?
No, sorry, I don't have proficiency, so it's the same as rolling intelligence.
Oh, right, okay, cool. Fair
Just
enough.
being lazy.
Alright. Cool, with a 21, this looks like it was a half-abandoned reading.
So not a game.
Not a game, no. Yeah, it looks like it was being read from, and then whatever happened that perhaps caused someone to drop the wine also caused these people to discard the reading and leave as well.
Do they look like it was actually dropped physically or abandoned? Well, I suppose the instruments would probably be a better sign of
Abandoned
that.
it would be.
So they've been the instruments have been set down, not.
Mhm.
Okay.
Before you move over to look at them properly, though, if you could
Sure.
pop back where you were.
Ow.
Do we want to wait for Dylan?
Dylan's
I'm here.
back.
Sorry, I don't have the cameras up.
Davion.
I don't like that.
No, I can imagine you don't. I need to note down where I was taking this shadow stat block from. I think it was this one. Yep. Okay. It is going to take a swing at you as it forms. That is a 17 on the die.
Definitely hits.
Yeah, that will definitely hit. You take... Ooh. That's middle of the road, but still rough. In fact, it has disadvantage, because there is sunlight here, technically, shining through. That would probably miss. That is 13?
Still hits.
Still hits. Okay. Ooh, sorry, buddy. That is 7 necrotic damage. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
As this thing hits you. We will roll initiative now that it's had its surprise round. And I will include Kaelin and Vossa in that. I just need to get onto the correct layer to do that. Alright. Let me just pop on some battle music. Don't know if that's going to be audible to the stream or to you guys, but
I can hear it.
cool. Right, so let me... Have we really not rolled initiative since you guys fought the bandits?
No, not the bandits.
Remember when you slipped and fell into the cave?
No.
No? Okay.
That was a long time ago.
It was, yeah. Davion, Wildstorm, cool. Okay, Xenophilius, I need your initiative. Oh,
Yeah,
you rolled a
you didn't
4.
click on this
You,
thingy.
you didn't have your
You click
character
on it again.
highlighted. It's alright. 4.
Oh, sorry, I just didn't yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I will roll
Ow.
Kaelin's initiative. Okie dokie. And Vossa's. Cool. Right, they're on the board, and I will add initiative for the shadow. That is 10 plus 2, 12. Cool. 14. Okay, so initiative order, we have Davion first, then Vossa, then Wildstorm, then the Shadow, then Kaelin, then Xenophilius. Alright. Davion, if you would like to start us off.
Drawing's free action, right?
Yes, if you're drawing your weapon, yeah.
Then I will draw it in two-hand swing.
Okie dokie. That's gonna hit. 11 slashing damage. Okie dokie. You draw your sword across. A very faint glow on the tip of the blade as you do so, and it rends through this thing. It's still holding together, but that was a serious blow.
Now that I'm facing it, does it have limbs traditionally, or what am I looking
Yes and no. It is an amorphous shadow creature that is vaguely humanoid. So you don't. There's no specific features. You can kind of tell that it has arms, quote unquote, but it's it's wobbling a little bit and it's not staying all in one shape.
With my bonus action, then I'm going to order my unseen servant to start grabbing at those.
Okay. Can an unseen servant make a grapple check?
No, but I was hoping it would sort of imply disadvantage that there's an invisible thing just grabbing at limbs.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check. I want to see if you can pull this off. Rule of cool and all of that. Not quite enough, unfortunately, because that would have been a tricky thing to do. It can't quite keep up the speed to match this shifting creature, unfortunately.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. All right. Anything else with your turn?
That'll be the end of mine.
Okay. Vossa, what does she have in the way of spells? Nothing for attacking that is a cantrip. So probably would pull out her light crossbow and do that. That hits. So she lets a crossbow bolt sail past you, Davion, just about. It catches in one of the major areas of the shadow, and the thing just sort of bursts inwards and dissipates entirely. Stop the music.
Does it leave
Oh, it
anything behind?
It died, yeah.
I thought... I went looking up for them. Apparently they're really overpowered. But I think are these different ones?
They might be slightly different, yes. I might have removed a specific ability.
Okay.
Also, tut tut tut, don't go looking up the monsters.
Why not?
It's a more involved challenge if you don't know what you're up against.
Well, okay.
It is that is metagaming of the highest order.
Okay.
All right. I can appreciate why you'd want to look, but keeps the mystery and suspense better if you don't. All right.
Does it leave anything behind in its death?
No. No, the shadows dissipate entirely.
Did it look like the same sort of dissipation that happened when the first one got eviscerated by Alter?
Mostly. There was a slight difference in that you gather whatever happened at the altar must have been some sort of radiance that had obliterated it, rather than this, which just kind of dissipated it, if that makes sense. There was a bit more energy to the radiant blast than there was this. But mostly it was pretty much the same.
I don't suppose anyone saw where that came from.
Afraid not.
I wasn't in the group. I don't think so.
I'm going to check this southern door.
Fully locked.
So it is. And more garden outside these windows?
Seems to be, yeah.
Look at this tarot card. This card on the table next to me.
Oh, what, the singular one?
Yeah.
It appears to be blank.
Oh. What's the book?
The book, much like the others on the shelves, you can't decipher.
Is comprehend languages passive, or is it an active?
You cast it and then it runs for a little bit, if I remember right.
And why can't I read it? Is it because languages? I don't.
Oh, have you cast it already? I forget.
No.
No.
I'm just wondering
You
why
can't
I
read it
can't read
because
it.
you
at the
haven't
moment.
cast it.
Would, yeah.
You'd have
Would-
to try it. You've got to risk the resource to.
Well, I'm gonna risk the resource.
Okay. So you cast comprehend languages, and I think you have to touch the book for written languages with that one.
Yeah. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which those words are written.
Yeah.
It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text.
Wow, that fast. Faster than I can read in real life.
So you press your hand onto the book, and you wait a second for it to start shifting, as you've seen it do before with comprehend languages. Nothing happens. Whatever is scrambling these books at the minute is stronger than comprehend languages can handle. You gather it's probably some obfuscating spell of a higher level than you've cast. Alright.
Okay.
You
There's a hat on the sofa.
a little tricorn hat, yeah.
Will I put the hat on?
You could, but it's bigger than you, so...
Wait, entirely bigger than me.
entirely bigger than you, yes. You
So
could
not just
you
an
could
oversized
probably
hat.
you could probably hide inside the bowl bit of this tricorn hat.
Right. Okay. That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Have I given Kaelin the map I picked up
No, you
of the
haven't.
Feywild? Is she with us?
She is, but it might be worth saving that for when she's playing. So you've got the dramatic RP moment.
Okay.
Cool. So Wildstorm, you're heading back up. I believe that's all of the rooms on this floor.
Have we played around the piano?
No, you haven't. The one
I want
here.
to play
Yeah.
around the piano.
Cool. It plays. Nothing animates. Just sounds like a lovely, well-made piano, like one designed for entertaining.
Okay. Wait. What sort of room is this?
What do you mean?
As in, is it a music room?
It's a parlour.
Not a music room.
Not specifically a music room, but there are instruments available for light, refreshing music while people relax, have discussions, and all of these things. There seem to be a lot of relaxation spaces on this ground floor, so you imagine there's a lot of entertainment that happens or a lot of waiting that needs to happen before getting an audience in the main hall.
Okay. I am going to leave the room as well with everyone else.
Okay.
Would you be so kind as to continue taking us to rooms we have not been to?
You have been, I believe, to every room on this floor.
To the stairs.
To the stairs.
So what changed this time? You've clearly been there before based on the notes, but the shadow didn't attack you.
I think something attacked Xenophilius on the top floor, and it caused everyone to go running up to him, and for some reason everyone forgot what happened because it seemed like the tarot cards and the water were all dropped
You know why the memories are gone.
Do I?
Yes. I believe you were told that they were traded as part of the deal for saving you from the trap on the top floor.
Ooh.
That was explained, I believe, during the initial interaction before introducing Davion. Or if not, it should have been.
Probably was.
Should we try this double room together then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This floor should be good. You should be able to open any doors and move freely. Unless I've set them to lock. So.
Have a name again.
Yes, you do, sorry.
It's fine.
You haven't got a health bar though, so why? Give me a second.
I've never had a health bar. That's for the fancy people.
You are fancy.
Ooh, I am. Xenophilius, would you be able to take us to the room that you found your body in?
No. We have
Very well.
specifically said not to go in the room. We don't need to deal with the double. He's gonna kill us. We don't need to kill the double again.
Never mind, I found it.
Yeah. I was going to say, Davion, you open the door and there is this wall of water just sort of wibbling in the entranceway that's not flowing out. And through it you can see the sort of gently water addled vision of a shattered, broken Xenophilius. Almost like shards of glass, but very clearly Xenophilius's beard and clothes and everything.
Okay, so we're ignoring that room for the time being. Wildstorm, you were off for a while. What did you find while you were searching?
Not a lot, to be honest. I didn't really go far on this floor. I was mainly wandering corridors. I don't think I found anything particular other than... No, I don't think I did, actually.
Oh, this one looks quite important. I don't think we've been to the end of this one yet. Can see a circular room out the window. I guess I'll give this door a try.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. Inside,
Very menacing.
you see 5 figures. As you step into the circular room with the luscious purple floor, the magic circle surrounding these 5 dummies, and the symbol in the centre, give me a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay. Davion, while you are within this room, you cannot tell a lie.
Oh, fucking hell. Xenophilius isn't going in there.
Xenophilius doesn't know that yet.
Well, luckily, it seems the 2 people who would very much like this room aren't here.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're following along. I'll bring them along. Wildstorm, if I could get you to make a wisdom saving throw as well.
Of course. Whoa, where was wisdom?
We've only got 25 minutes to figure out the puzzle. I'm sure they'll be here for the next time.
Mm-hmm. 16 is enough. You feel this strange sensation, but you manage to sort of will yourself through it. Alright. Wildstorm, you are able to lie in this room. You don't know that that's the case, but for you, as Tom. Alright?
Okie dokie.
Cool.
Fine, Alex, I can see your face. I'll
I was
go
going to
in the
say,
room.
it's a little bit metagamey to... if I'm giving information to a specific character, you can't act on it.
Okay, what am I doing?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. You can willingly fail if you choose, but I imagine you won't. Cool. Dylan, Xenophilius cannot tell a lie while in this room. Alright?
Okay.
Just so you know for role-playing him. Kaelin and Vossa will enter as well. One thing I will note for Davion and Wildstorm as you're exploring, the symbol in the centre seems to be... there seemed to be a difference to all of the dummies, each of their designs. There is one that has a sash across it, one that seems to have muddy boots sat by its feet, one... Oh, in fact, these are more than dummies. They're sort of more like mannequins. So they have arms, feet, and all of that. So there's one that's wearing muddy boots, one that is specifically barefoot. So where the others have like shoes carved into the mannequin, there's muddy boots attached to one of them, and one of them is specifically carved barefoot. One of them, their hands seem to be glossy and wet. From a distance in the light, and one of them is carrying a sword at their belt.
I don't like this room. I don't know why I've said that, but I just... feels necessary to say I don't like this room.
Kaelin and Vossa both succeed. But yes, sorry, and in the center of the room, underneath the magic symbol, or like on top of the magic symbol, there are 5 different hats.
Or the hats.
A hat, yeah, 5 set of 5 hats. A crown, a hood, a helmet, a flower crown, and a straw hat.
These hats match the tarot cards. Does anyone remember what they were?
They're on
Well,
the
luckily
note.
for you, I wrote them down. They're the cards: the Empress, the Fortitude is the work of the hat, the Sun, Death, and Justice.
Gonna
So does
take
the worker
the...
have the muddy boots, or would the worker? Yeah, the worker would have the.
I'm going to put the worker hat onto Muddy Boot statue.
Okay.
I suggest we put the flower crown. Wait, what was it? Was it a flower crown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great gods, was it a flower crown?
Kaelin, Vossa, could one of you quickly go grab the cards for us?
Just because you would have investigated it earlier, I'll save you the time on that one. Those cards downstairs could not be moved.
Okay.
You get the feeling a fair bit of this mansion has been stasis locked, essentially. Some of it can be moved, those couldn't. So
The one with the sword at the belt, I'm going to give the hood.
okay.
And the barefooted one, I think she had the flower hat.
Okay.
The one with the sash, I'll give the crown.
Okay. You put the crown on.
Can there be
And-
more discussion about these?
I thought
Can we
it was
move to put them on?
You put the crown onto the one with the sash, Davion. It disappears. And as you look around, it has reappeared on the one with wet hands.
Well, if we can't make mistakes.
And the mannequin with the sash, the head just sort of lops to one side.
I say we put the... We're only...
I can't remember what the last one
What
was.
hat is left? What hat is left?
The hat that's left is a helmet.
Oh, that makes sense. My mistake. I will give the helmet to the sash one.
You try, but the head is tilted to the side, and try as you might, you cannot get the helmet onto it.
I have failed most spectaculously.
We put the other hat onto. Well, I'm
Can I-
confused what's going on now.
The crown,
Sorry, so what?
the crown disappeared from the one with the sash and appeared with on the one with the wet hands. And as you look over to that now, you realise that the moisture that was on the hands is now red.
I can't remove a hat from anyone.
You can, yeah.
If I take the crown,
As soon as you remove the crown, the tint on the hands returns and becomes clear again.
does the one with the
Yes, the head comes back up.
guess I'll give it the soldier's hat and then put the crown on to the Empress.
So you give the one with the wet hands the helmet, yeah?
No, I
No?
give the one with the sash the helmet now that its head's back in
Okay.
the right place, and give the crown back to the Empress afterwards.
The Empress...
Wet hands.
Okay.
Bloody-handed queen.
As you do that, all of the hats disappear and reappear back in the middle. Nothing else happens.
I reckon they were put on the wrong ones. I reckon the helmet goes on the one with the sword and shield. I think the other two were in the right place. The worker's hat and the one with flowers.
I'll trust your judgment. I know, I cannot lie. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm really struggling to remember all of them. Could you?
That's
run
all
through
right.
what they all,
Of course.
All they look like again.
So,
The mannequins.
there is one mannequin with a sash
Mm-hmm.
and fine clothes. There is one that is wearing muddy boots.
It's the worker. Yeah.
There is one that is barefoot.
A flower person.
There is one with the wet hands.
Okay.
And one with a sword at their belt. Okay? The hats are a crown, a straw hat, a flower crown, a hood, and a helmet.
So. I'm certain if we're going by the cards from the other room,
So Hood was death. And he had
yeah,
a
Hood
scythe.
was death. So would death have bare
Bloody
feet
hands. Or
or
bare
bloody
feet.
hands?
That's not usually the one that kills people. Just claims them. Actually, I think there's probably a history check, because I don't know what the connotations of death are in this universe.
Yeah, fair enough. You can do a religion check if you like. See what you know.
Still just single digits, every roll.
You're not sure. You'd probably be aware that there is a few deities covering the cycle of life and death, but the exact details would not be coming to your mind at this point.
Let's put the hood on the wet hands.
Move out of the way and just let Xenophilius take
Yeah?
control here.
Cool. So Xenophilius puts the hood on the one with wet hands, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
As you do, the liquid on the hands turns black.
I take the hat off.
Returns to being clear.
Did any
Right.
of the other... Sorry. Did any of the other mannequins react to the hood being placed on that one?
No.
And I cycle through all the hats.
Yeah. If you put the crown on its head, the liquid becomes red. If you put the hood on its hands, it becomes black.
Yeah, but then if I was to put the flower crown on it,
It stays clear. Same for the other hats.
What colour's the hood?
Black.
Is the crown recognisable to any of us as attached to a particular country or royal family or anything?
Can I check?
Yeah, I was going to say Xenophilius is probably the only one that can make me this check. Give me a history check. It will be a hard one. Ooh, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alright.
It's possible that we're missing clues. But I
Yes,
feel like we
yes.
have everything that we need.
I reckon it's just not remembering the description on the tarot cards.
I want to leave the room. I'm going to go downstairs again. And can I have accompaniment, though? Because that was a scary room.
Kaelin will follow you.
Okay.
Could I put the soldier helmet onto the one with the sword, please?
Mm-hmm. You'll be taking some time to do that, Xenophilius, as you go down, so Davion's got some time to do this, alright?
I'm just going to...
If you have any suggestions, Wildstorm. Does anything happen to the sword-wielding one?
As you put the helmet on? No?
I kind of feel like the wet hands is more likely to be death, because why would putting a crown on a head make the hands go red? It should...
There does seem to be some special interactions. If I put other helmets onto the one with the sash, does anything happen?
As in ones that aren't the crown?
Yes.
Nothing. No reaction.
I feel like this could be more of a puzzle than we think. So rather than putting the relevant hats directly on...
it's a puzzle.
No. What I'm saying is, instead of putting the relevant hat on the relevant mannequin, there's got to be a specific order or pattern to it. That's why when you try to put the crown on it, they bounced over.
Well, it's a story being told. Previous ruler is killed. The new ruler, now with blooded hands.
Little cat heads.
The crown falls from heads unworthy and all that. I'm going to put the crown onto the one with the sash.
Okay. It disappears and reappears on the wet hands.
Does its head tip again?
Mm-hmm.
So this one is now dead. It has had its crown stolen by this one. Can I put the hood on... No, not the hood. Try the worker with the worker hat?
Yeah. Goes on. No reaction.
Worker hat onto the one with the sword.
No reaction.
How long does it take me to go downstairs?
At this point, you probably get to that room. Alright. What are you doing there, Xenophilius, while you're down there?
I want to look at the cards.
Okay.
And I want to write down...
Alright.
what the cards look like.
So, the Empress... Let me just go there, so I got my notes. The Empress is a regal lady with a crown.
Mm-hmm.
Fortitude is a hardy worker with a straw hat. And now that you've been to that room, they are wearing muddy boots.
Yeah.
Sun is a barefooted maiden harvesting flowers, wearing a flower crown.
Yeah.
Death is a hooded figure with a scythe.
Uh-huh.
And Justice is a helmeted warrior with a sword.
Do you run through those? So there was a lady. There was a regal lady with a
Regal
crown.
lady with a crown.
Hardy worker with a straw hat.
And muddy boots, now that you're
And
picking
muddy
up on it.
boot.
Yeah.
Barefooted.
Barefooted maiden harvesting flowers, wearing a flower crown. Alright. A hooded figure with a scythe. And a helmeted warrior with a sword.
Okay.
Alright. Cool.
I flutter back upstairs.
Cool. Davion and Wildstorm, you have a little extra time to look at this before Xenophilius gets back.
Got two things I want to try. In the current arrangement, I want to put the flower crown onto the barefoot one.
Yep.
Any changes in any of them?
Nope.
I want to take the crown, both the crowns, flower and not flower, back. Put the Reaper hood onto Wet Hands.
Okay.
And then put the crown onto the one with the sash.
Okay. So run me through where everything is and what order you've put them on for this setup.
So, starting out, the one with Wet Hands has the Reaper cowl. And now the one with the sash has the regular crown. And that's it.
So hold on, so just those two hats, or have you done the others as well?
Just those two hats.
Just those two hats. As soon as you place the crown, it disappears, the hood reappears in the middle of the room, and the crown is on Wet Hands. If it was just those two hats, that happens.
Do you think the crown needs to go on last?
Yes, I think we might have it. I'm gonna... So, worker gets the worker hat. Soldier gets the helmet. Flower crown goes onto the barefoot.
Cool. As you're doing the flower crown, Xenophilius re-enters.
The hood needs to go on the person with the save.
With the what, sorry?
Save?
Scythe.
Scythe?
There is no scythe.
There's only a sword, but I don't think that was correct. One moment, let me try this and then I'll let you have a go at it. Put the Reaper cowl onto weapons.
I think I was being dyslexic here. Are
It's
you
all right.
saying different things between the mannequin has a sash, not a... Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, yeah. So Reaper hood onto the Wet Hands, and then lastly, the crown onto...
Cool. So what is where? Just run me back through that.
So the worker has the straw hat, flower crown is on the barefoot, the one with the sword has the soldier's helmet, the one with Wet Hands has the Reaper cowl, and lastly, the one with the sash gets the crown.
And as you place the crown upon the head as the final part in the sequence, all of the mannequins glow, all of the hats disappear, and in the center of the room there is a small pile of gold.
Well, it's a nice reward, but I was hoping to get out of this place.
What's in the gold? Let's rummage.
Looking at it from a distance, this looks like 500 gold, so 100 gold a person.
Do we have separate sacks?
For gold,
Hmm.
I don't believe you've created a group kitty, as it were. So yeah, it's individual pouches of gold for you each at the minute.
I'm just worried about putting this gold and the rest of my gold. Can I Can I detect magic, please?
You can cast Detect Magic, yeah. As a ritual, or are you spending a spell slot?
What's the
I've already put my gold in my pouch.
That's fine, yeah, you can do that. So if it has the ritual tag for you and you can cast ritual spells, you can do it without casting a spell slot, but it takes 10 minutes longer.
10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't know for ages.
Basically, yeah.
I can't remember how smart I've made Xenophilius.
What's his intelligence score? There is a difference between intelligence and wisdom. So,
13 intelligence.
the wisdom.
17.
Okay. So, he might not be smart enough to figure out if or what, if there is anything, is wrong with the gold. So, he's not sure whether there's anything wrong with it. He's probably wise enough to know not to put it with the gold anyway. Alright, so there's two different types of smarts in this.
Yeah. In which case, unless I have a pouch, which I don't think I do, I'm going to leave this gold. I don't trust it.
Okay. Alright.
Just so you know, we should
Mm-hmm.
either
Yes,
wrap up
I'm
here
aware.
or... Yeah, sorry.
I'm aware. That's okay. That is probably where I was going to call it anyway, as you managed to solve the puzzle of that room. And yes, you were exactly right. The crown needed to be the last thing, otherwise death would come and claim them, as you found out. But that was the only the only specialty. Everything else was fine.
Were they dying?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. If the crown was put on the Empress too early, they would essentially get assassinated.
And their wet hands were wet because of blood.
Mm-hmm.
But it was black because they...
Black if they were given the hooded cowl, because it was more representative of being death.
Right.
Yeah. Which is probably discussions that you're having after having solved the puzzle, you know? So I'm happy to give you this information for free. Alright. Well, with that being it, thank you very much for playing, everyone, tonight. And thank you very much at home for watching. It has been a shorter session and a little bit more theatre of the mind than anything. I will try to make sure that the other scenes are ready for Roll20 map for next time. And yeah, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Farewell.